feel like as consumers, we get so much information. So sometimes these new technologies can also be a blessing and a curse sometimes, right? So if I'm a patient right now who's managing my diabetes and utilizing continuous glucose monitoring, by combining these two, what kinds of new benefits will the patient have? And what are we solving for? Because today there's a lot of information. The question is it actionable for patients?
It can be overwhelming, especially for a patient who has diabetes who may be already using a continuous glucose monitor, but doesn't necessarily have someone that has eyes on that. So typically, a continuous glucose monitor tracks their glucose readings in real time on a very regular basis, about can be up to every 5 minutes. And for patients, that can be incredibly overwhelming to have a device that's constantly giving them a value. They constantly have to keep an eye on that. Everything they do throughout their day is going to impact their health and their glucose and their number. So it can be overwhelming. It also can be overwhelming to providers and practices when they're getting an influx of all of this data. So what our service allows is for us to take that relief off of the provider and their practice. We streamline that data through a secure platform. We get all of the readings from the patient CGM monitor through a secure cloud-based system that allows us to monitor in real time. And we set thresholds based on what the provider is looking for that patient and for whether they want to trend that patient at a certain threshold. That's, if the patient exceeds a high value, reach out to the patient. We can set our thresholds at a patient level or also at a practice level. So the relief that we're taking off of providers and patients is we're looking at this data in real time, we're analyzing it, and we're taking action so that providers don't have to worry about where their patients are at. We will let them know as we're kind of that middleman. And those patients know that there's somebody who is looking at their values in real time, and they can either call us anytime they have a question, a concern. Our clinical team is available, or they know that we're going to be assessing their values and reaching out to them when it's at a threshold that is concerning.